Hello everyone, it's me, Coffee Stitcher, back on my normal Sunday time. How's everyone's week been? Did y'all have a great week? That's really good to hear. Yeah. And congrats on the shopping spree, Kyle. Cheers, everybody. That's a really good coffee this morning. And congrats to Kate for the finish. I think that was this week. Maybe it was last week, but I think it was this week. Always nice when the Queen of Starks has a finish. All right. Well, we've got some more Q&A today. And I've got some whip updates. And I realized I didn't bring my iPad in here, so I don't know what Tiny Decisions is going to pick for me today. But that's okay. Because I'm actually going to work a little bit more on the last project I worked on this week, because I'll be down to limited colors needed in that one, so I can put that back into my DMC pile. I need to do that with this other one too. So, yes. So, I know there's some Q&A. There's no haul this week, but there will definitely be a haul next week, because I was able to rejoin the nest egg from Trisha. So I'll be getting my nest egg. I think it mailed yesterday, so I'll probably get it Tuesday or Wednesday. I've also got a fabric order coming, so I will have some fabric probably Monday or Tuesday, I think. Pardon my hiccup. But there is some Q&A. The big Q&A seems to be what was the app that I used, and it's called Tiny Decisions. It's on the iPhone. I think it's the same name on the Android, but since I don't have any Android devices whatsoever, do not quote me on that. But it's called Tiny Decisions, and it lets you go in. You can set up your own wheel. You can put as many items on it as you want. Some people have their entire collection of whips on there. I have just my active whips on there. And then you just spin the wheel. Now, admittedly, what I've also discovered is when I spin the wheel, some things I'll say. It's pretty good not to pick the same one 2 times in a row. It's a free app. You can pay, I think, 99 cents an upgrade. I did, because then you can apply a weight to it. So what I started doing is, at the start of the month, everything has a weight of 10. And then once I work on one, I drop it down to a 1. And then that way it makes it less likely that it's going to land on that one again. Obviously, if it lands on it again, I just spin again. I have a couple of projects that are somewhat similar. So every once in a while, like Thorncastle and Great Cheshire Moon, I don't want to work on those 2 back to back. So if it picks one of those, I'll spin again. If I find that when whatever it lands on, I go, you know, I really don't want to stitch on this, and I do that a couple of times when it lands on it, that tells me I need to take this out of my rotation, because right now I'm just not in the mood. So that's kind of how I use it. And yes, you can use it if you're offline, General Stitcher. Sheila Norwood would like to ask, how many projects do I complete in a year, and what do you do with them? On average, I complete between, I think my biggest number, I think I got 25 one year done. I generally complete about 10-ish, I think. Most of them go into a bag. Sometimes if I've got a specific plan, they'll get framed or they'll get finished out, but most of the time they just go in a bag in a drawer, because right now I don't have the funds to really frame everything, and I don't have the sewing ability to turn everything into, like, pillows and stuff. Mostly because I don't have a good place to set up a sewing machine. So, not that I couldn't do it, I just don't have the space to do it. So, eventually when we have a house and I have the space to set up, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of finishing. Patience Price asks, how did I order the Frosted Pumpkin Sal? From their website, which I think is frostedpumpkinstitchery.com. And Camping Stitcher, you're welcome. And that little exchange between you and Patience Price was cute. I think that's it for the Q&A. So there wasn't a lot of Q&A this week. But I do love the Q and the A. So please don't be afraid to ask questions. All right, so this week we worked on a couple of things. My lunch stitch that I worked on Friday night a little bit to here, which is what got me to the stopping point on it, was Paradise Lost. Oop, that's not at all where that needle should be. It should be over here. How the hell did that happen? Okay. So this was my monthly goal. So I got the cat. Oh, that's very bright. Okay, we'll hold it back here. Goodness. We got the little cat thing, the top of the tree, and a chunk of the, we're gonna do this. There we go, that makes that a little easier. And a chunk of the cloud done. So next month I'm gonna go for finishing the cloud, and then there's a bird, an angel, and a crown. So it's gonna basically be, let's go for a page finish. So, yeah, so that's that. So you can see that there's the cloud, there's the tree, and the cat thing. So, worked on Paradise Lost, which is always a fun one to work on. All right, I worked on Spring Tammy and finished that until the beading, time for the beading. So there she is. This right here is a bouquet of flowers. I'm going to do the flowers all in beads. So, yeah, there we go. And there were some lazy daisies here, but I'm going to actually replace it, I think, with some elongated pearls that I have. So there we go. So there's Springtime Tammy. So there's spring. And for those who would like to see it all opened up, so we've got spring and autumn. So, and those are by Brooks Books. I really enjoy this set, and I can't wait to finish it. So this will be a finish come December, and then just the framing. But I've got the frames for them, so. All right, then I worked on Thorn Castle, and my goal was to do one thorn bush, and I actually was moving quickly enough. I was gonna plan to go on and do a second, the one right below it, only to discover that I'm actually missing one of the colors, and it plays very prominently throughout the rest of it. So until I get to the store or find where I had it, it's gonna have to be, this is as far as I'm gonna be getting. So there's Thorn Castle. What to do? And then I was looking, when I got it actually open to a different page than I could see. Here's Thorn Castle in full. But then I accidentally flipped the page, and I saw this really cute one that I hadn't, I guess, thought was all that cute before, but now I do, by Carolyn Manning. So that may be an eventual start. So probably after I do her Halloween Garden Labyrinth, because that thing's cute as hell. But I didn't really have a good fabric, or else that would have probably been started instead of the tiny ones. And then I worked on, I think, what I think is actually everybody's favorite. I know it's one of my absolute favorites. And its needle just went somewhere, I think. Or maybe the needle, I'm gonna hope that needle's in that bag. There's been a pandemic, an pandemic of lost needles lately. I've worked on Longfellow's Round Tower. So I've got some over one stitching to do, so I'm going to do that. It'll take me about an hour or so, and then I'll switch projects. My goal was originally a page finish, but I love this so much, I don't want it to be done, so I'm going to just do a half page this time. But I did the bottom tree and the wishing well, and then there's going to be some over one birds to do. And then I'm going to take it to work, and I'm going to work on I'm going to work the border up. So, yep, we're getting close. There's just 3.5 pages left. So, beyond that, I'm not sure what's going to be worked this month. We've got a handful of things left to work on. I believe there is a stitch-in this week at Stitch Niche. I don't know if I'll be going or not. That's when my mother-in-law is bringing all her stuff up. So I don't know how needed I'm going to be. So I may not be at Stitch Niche this month. But with any luck, I will be next month. So, yeah. So that's kind of it. I hope everyone's having a great day, a great week. And I will see you all next time. Bye.